line with the first question, why did you pursue this path?
Right.
Then it's time to look at
Step
other
off the
options.
path.
Yeah, and that happens. It happens to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I've done it several times. I literally have reinvented my life several times.
Yeah.
From where I grew up and was comfortable, I moved to a whole new, different state. And, at one point, I gave up a regular career to go back to school. And so many times I've said, this is not where this is not the path I want to end up on. It's time to do something different. So I've stepped off and kind of reinvented things.
Okay. Yep. So
Not easy,
that's always an option.
Yeah, it is.
Never feel like you.
You always have a choice.
That's right.
You always have a choice.
So the fifth question was, what does your success look like?
Yes. Yeah. And that this is an opportunity to start filling in some of the image of and creating a more defined image of where you want to go and what's important to you. And for some people, success is having the corporate job and making lots of money and having the four bedroom home and two and a half kids and a dog and all that stuff. And that's what kind of society teaches you. That's what success is all about. But everybody's should have their own ruler for what success is. Whether it's satisfaction or whether it's, hey, I just want to be happy or whatever. For every person should have their own definition of what success is. And again, it's something that gets refined over time and it might even change dramatically. But, unless you're asking that question and trying to visualize what that really looks like, the odds are slim that you're just going to stumble upon it.
Right.
If you're not doing the work behind it. So,
and you have to know what the success looks like to you, because that's going to set the precedent on the steps to get there.
Right. And I mean, to me, the most important part of asking that question is for most folks, they're still stuck in society's definition of what that is. And that's a big break for most people to realize, hey, wait, success to me is something different. It doesn't have to be the two-car garage and all this other stuff that you're bombarded with day to day. So just the realization of, for me, it's all about satisfaction. I want to feel engaged at work. I want to see the my customers happy. I want to do this piece of artwork, whether it sells or not. That may be the definition for them. And
right.
If you realize that and that's what you're doing with your life, it doesn't matter what you make and all that. You're going to be thrilled. You're going to be you're going to wake up every day excited and anxious to go at it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know artists who they're not so concerned to sell their artwork. They're not concerned with people who see their artwork.
Right.
They live within their means, and all they care about is that the fact that they have materials to continue to do more work, artwork.
Yeah, I mean, even if your definition of success is satisfaction, there are probably some trade-offs you'll have to make, but you're willing to make those, and like you said, live within your means. Now, if you find yourself completely frustrated and you want both, to do your own artwork and, the traditional success, there's going to be some tough choices. There's going to be a lot of frustration. I'm not saying that those aren't both possible, but you need to come to the realization that means that you've probably got a little bit of tougher path to make, or it may take longer to get those pieces in place where you can be satisfied and have everything that you want. So, definitely trade-offs, but usually if you keep the important things at the top, then you're okay with that.
Right. You're willing to go ahead and go through it. So, sixth question was, what is holding you back or getting in your way?
Yeah, and this is more kind of sorting through the next steps of, okay, now I've got my compass reset. And so, is this path that I'm on take me over a mountain, or can I go around it? Or, what is holding me back? Do I have to blaze my own trail versus walking on somebody else's trail? So it's that realization and a step in the decision-making process of, okay, well, if this is what's holding me back, then how do I concentrate on solving that problem? Do I go around it? Do I go through it? Do I go over it? Do I just go off in a 90-degree direction and change my path completely? And again, sometimes we walk around day to day frustrated with this or that, and we don't recognize it. We don't acknowledge specifically what's in our way. And once we take the time to sort this out, or come to the realization that this is what's holding me up, and the skill set or the lack of a connection in this particular industry, or whatever it might be, as soon as you realize that, it's that first step to solving it and getting through it and moving beyond it. And then there'll be another hurdle in the way after that.
Yeah.
But
there's always going to be a hurdle.
Right.
There's always going to be something.
And you get better at solving them as you go on, and you develop more confidence and more speed and momentum, and start to plow through some of those things, or avoid them altogether because you've learned some things along the path. Right. So it really does starts with the realization at the beginning, and then that practice will help you make it easier to keep moving.
Got it. Well, you can't avoid bills. Sometimes that's holding people back, having to pay bills.
I mean, that's definitely a reality, and that's there are ways to minimize them. There are ways to maybe avoid, eliminate a few, but sooner or later, there are a few to pay, and you've got to figure out a way to deal with those. Right. It doesn't mean that everything's going to clear out of your path. Sometimes you literally have to climb over a log. You have to do whatever.
That's right. So. Okay. Very good. And so the seventh question and the last one was, what are three things will you do to make 2015 better?
So you've had this time to sit and think and kind of recalibrate yourself and figure out what's in your way and where you want to go, and so now it's time to come up with what's your plan, basically. And again, these can be major things, they can be minor things.
What are some examples of what that?
Well, for a lot of folks, it's people. I need to meet somebody who can develop my website. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to do for 2015 is find a developer, interview 5 developers and choose one to do my thing, or figure out 5 people to actually interview. So whatever it is, but so one of the things that's holding me back is I need to get my web done. So boom, I'm gonna, that's an example. I'm gonna find somebody who can do that for me. Another one might be money. It's like, well, I need to figure out a way to pay these bills. Well, does that mean making more money than I'm making right now? Does it mean reducing the bills that I have? Does it mean
finding another stream?
Yeah. So again, in this case, I might say, well, I still have hours in my schedule. I could take on a part-time job, or I could find a part-time job that pays more money than what I'm making right now. So for me, I want to find work that pays. For me personally, I want to add a couple more clients.
Fine, like that's right.
Right, and because I'll be doing what I still love to do, but up until now, I haven't. I'm just getting my business really going here, so I haven't spent a lot of time on actually getting some clients, and that'll make a big difference. That'll help take me to the next level and free me up to do some more things. So that's one of my things. For me, a third thing would be. I really should sit down and go through my own questions.
But basically, you should at least through this exercise, you should come away with some clear idea of what you need to do next, and have a clear goal on how you can further your career, your path, your profession.
It should bring some calm and some energy. Some
clarity.
Some clarity, and hopefully calm you down as far as, hey, I'm back on the right path. I feel good about that. And some energy around, now I'm back on the right path, and here's some things that I want to work on. So it should recharge you to get excited about stepping into the new year or the new month or the next day or whatever whatever time frame you're looking at. So you walk out of this exercise saying, yeah, I can handle this. I'm refocused, I'm realigned, and I'm going to go out there and kick some butt.
Very good. I like them. Very good. I'm going to repeat the questions.
Yeah, please.
So that we all remember them.
Okay.
And first one was, why did you pursue this path? Second one was, what are you passionate about? Third is, who are you doing this for? Number 4 was, why your business? Why your team? Number 5 is, what does success look like? Number 6 is, what is holding you back, getting in your way? And 7 is, what are 3 things that you will do to make 2015 better? Yep. And I think that's a very good tools to use to reset yourself, get ready for 2015, make 2015 a better year, a more productive year, a more successful year, or a more relaxing year. If you whatever your 2014, whatever 2014 has been, it's over, it's almost over. You've finished, put that chapter away. Say, I'm gonna work on what's next now.
We all want the next year to be better than the one before.
Very good. Well, this won't be our last time talking. I intend to bring you back regularly, and because I know that you're constantly working on helping the entrepreneur, and I think artists are in dire need of entrepreneur tools. Artists are good at painting, drawing, sketching, etc., and then the business is the part where we need extra help. And
very few people go into business because they like to pay bills and all that stuff. They go into it because they're good at something and they want to do that.
Right.
So one way or another, you build a team or you find a way to get those things done effectively, so that you can stay focused on doing what you really enjoy doing.
Yeah, and artists, no artist ever went into art saying, "I'm doing this so I can get rich." There have been examples of artists who become famous and rich, but it's easier to make more money as a doctor or other professions. You know,
the odds are better.
Yeah. So art is very much an emotional thing, and so we need someone else to help us with the other aspects, and even if to just recognize who you can bring onto your team to help you with those parts that you're lacking, and
take advantage of the resources that are out there. Yeah. Find a way.
The people, yes. So thank you very much for your time. Please tell us where we can find you online. I'm on thebizgarage.com. It's my website. I'm also on Facebook, The Biz Garage, Twitter, The Biz Garage, awesome. And Pinterest as well. I think that's actually one of my better venues for people to get inspired in some ideas on how to run their business better. Yeah, I haven't checked that part out. Yeah, I've been working on it. It actually needs to be organized a little bit better, but there's a lot of great resources there for inspiration and ideas and resources around running a business better. Okay. The Biz Garage. Correct. This is Michael Ames. This is DTM, Artist King Podcast. We'll see you next week. I'm Mr. Ed. Thank you for making 2014 Artist King Podcast a success. Visit www.artistking.org and get ready to level up your art life in 2015.